Good evening and welcome to another episode of the What a Man podcast. You know who I am. I am Ty Nichelle. So tonight, joining me is actor, notary.
Yeah, actor, notary.
Almost comedian, I
yeah,
guess.
almost comedian. Used to be. Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Greg Burt, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. Happy to be here too. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, no problem. So, number one,
Yeah.
since you just told me that this is your very first podcast,
Yeah.
and you decided to come sit down with me.
I did.
Oh.
I did. I did. I saw my friend was on the show and you did a very good job with him, so I just wanted to come and try it out too.
Okay. Thank you so much. But that does make me feel special. So thank you. I really do appreciate that. So before we get started, just kind of let everybody know, who is Mr. Greg Burt?
Yeah. So I'm a kid from Grand Rapids, Michigan, just out in Atlanta trying to make it right now. Mm-hmm. I've been out here for about 5 years. I've been acting for about 3.5 now. So, getting into it. When I first moved here, I was trying to do stand-up comedy, but I was doing very, very bad. And then, I just got into acting just by working on set and movie sets, like shows on Amazon and like BMF and stuff like that. And then I fell in love with it.
So, number one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So, what made you leave? God, that's up my eye. Excuse me. What made you leave Grand Rapids and come to Atlanta?
Well, in reality, I felt like I could become a better version of myself here.
Okay.
I felt like, I wanted to be bigger than what I was before. Mm-hmm. Not like clout chasing or anything, but just to stand on my own 2 feet and then try and find my way.
So you said you was bad at being a comedian.
Oh yeah. Well, when I moved here, I was, because one thing about us black people is we don't hold back if you ain't funny. So it got to the point where I was just like, oh my gosh, all right, I'm doing really, really bad. Like these jokes worked up north, but down south it's real hard. So I didn't really get to polish it because I just started working on sets, seeing what I really liked, and I just fell in love with working on movie sets.
So what made the jokes bad? Like what were the jokes about that they weren't they wasn't connecting?
Not enough preparation and dedication.
Okay.
I feel like.
Okay.
And I feel like I started really early, and when I was younger, it was really just about me talking. And then like the older you get, you really want to figure out what kind of comedian you are. It's not just about getting on stage and just trying to tell jokes. You got to know what kind of comedian you are, what you want your message to be about, and a lot of other different stuff. And I just went up there just winging it and not really doing what I was supposed to do.
So you didn't know what kind of comedian you were. No, you just was just like, oh, my friend said I'm funny, so I'm funny.
Exactly. And I was doing it, and it worked when I was, from like maybe 17 to like 24. But then when I moved out here, like 27, then it got to the point where I was like, I have no message. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I think it really comes in with like figuring out who you are as an individual.
Okay.
And I felt like I really didn't fully know yet.
So I have to ask, like, why Atlanta? Because I know a lot of people came here for this that I've interviewed thus far for the same reason.
Yeah.
Even your friend. Mm-hmm. But I wonder why not Atlanta? Why Atlanta? Why not LA or somewhere else? Like, what makes Atlanta special?
For me, it was community. Okay. I got a little bit of family down here. I have my sisters down here. A couple cousins, some uncles and aunts. So. I just wanted to be around community while I tried to figure out who I wanted to be as a man.
And what's the transition? How's that been?
It's been ups and downs for sure. It's been ups and downs. There's been moments where I've been really, really happy. And then there's been moments where I've been really, really like, okay, what is God trying to teach me right now? Because I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. But, So in those moments when you down and you are asking yourself, what is God trying to teach me, right? Mm-hmm. What do you do to help you get through those? Like, do you feel like sometimes or at times when you wanted to give up, or like, do you just sit back and just watch everything unfold and then you be like, oh, that's what it was?
Yeah, it's always that. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you could have the notion to feel like you want to give up, but at the end of the day, as soon as you give up, you realize that what you were suffering for, the blessing was really right around the corner. Mm-hmm. That's what happens every time. That's what happens every time with me. So it's like, you know, every single time I tried to stop doing something, I felt discouraged. Then there was always a signal that would maybe come back like a week later, or maybe a week and a half later, that would tell me like you should have kept going. So yeah, that's why I'd never give up, honestly.
So you don't have those give up moments anymore. So like
Everybody, yeah, I feel like everybody has those moments where they feel a lot of pressure and they feel like, what am I supposed to do in this moment? Because I have no idea. But sometimes, you know, everything is on God's timing, or, you know, whoever you reach to in the higher entity, you know. And you just kind of got to sit back and watch him handle some things, and then you handle some things at the same time, though. You know, so that's what I usually do.
All right. So we've already established that we're not a comedian.
Nah, I'm thinking about
only with our family we comedians.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting back into it though, because like with all the content creation and the social media and the people that I'm around, and you know, I do like production. I'm a production assistant as well, so I work with a lot of comedians and things like that on a regular basis. So it just makes sense for me, and I feel at home too. You know, when I'm at a comedy show or just seeing people ad lib off the cuff and having a good time. So I'm thinking about getting back into it, but I'm really pursuing being an actor right now. And it's working out for me because I've got a movie that's about to come out here soon. So my first film. So I'm really excited about that too.
So cross promotion. Hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of, because I had a guest on here, H3, and he does the Say Less Improv.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't. I'll check that out.
Maybe you should look into that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
because
check that
that's
out.
something that he was explaining that they do.
Okay.
So that'll probably.
No, I'm definitely gonna check that out. And you said it was
H3?
called what? H3? Okay.
No. He's the person.
Oh, okay. My bad.
He's the
Well, shout out
assistant,
to
but
H3
it's called
anyway.
shout out H3, but it's the Say Less Improv.
Okay.
So I
Okay,
give
Say
you that
Less Improv.
information. But
yes, definitely. I
yeah,
appreciate
he's
that.
he works on that. So just hearing you talk, like I thought that would be something.
No,
that
I definitely want to tap into that for sure. I appreciate it.
So, but so you said you're a production assistant.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that look like?
So usually when you can work on either a movie set or a show, like say for instance, if it's a concert, then I may be in the back room or the green room per se, and I might be making sure that all the comedians or the performers are making sure they are good, they're not hungry, they're just having a good time and they're comfortable. And then when you're on set, it could be a lot of different things. Sometimes they might need you to get crafty, and which is food, and then sometimes they may need you to just, you know, stand next to someone and make sure that they have something that they need in between takes.
You're the one that bring all the red M&Ms if they don't like
Yeah. Why is there blue in here?
If they don't like all that ones,
exactly.
okay.
Yep.
All right, so that would be you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's cool, though. You make a lot of good connections.
Yeah, of course.
You get to learn how to deal with a lot of different personalities. And then the best part about it is you get to be around, like, big named actors. So, you know, when I get there, I'm trying to speak it into existence. When I get there myself as an actor, then, you know, I'll look at them like they're human just like me, you know.
So do you have, I don't know who that you've been doing this, like, you know, the big name actors, but don't name any names because I don't want you messing.
No, I ain't gonna.
But has there ever been one that made you be like, what is wrong with you? Like, what?
Like,
but you still had to, like, maybe they asked for something, you know, and it
like
wasn't,
they were very tedious about something.
Yes,
like, yeah.
It wasn't really like
situations
unrealistic, but it was.
Yeah, it was weird. Oddly, it was about a bag of chips. It was about a bag of chips. They were mad that they didn't have a specific type and brand, and I had to do some searching. And then, luckily, we were at a store, or we were at a set that were near a lot of stores, so I just had to go do my searching. But yeah, it was definitely a hunt. I wish it was just Rap Snacks, honestly. Like, it would have been maybe more easy.
What? I'm trying to figure out what would a bag of chips have to be so,
you know,
specific for.
But that's the thing. It's like a lot of entertainers and a lot of like people that do sports, like they have their routines and maybe they chew gum and stuff before they perform and go on. It's kind of like a muscle memory for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't know if it's fair. Not for the production assistant. Not for the PA.
I mean, for the softer explanation, it's fair. But for the other side,
I'm trying to give it grace.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so you said you work BMF.
I've worked on a production assistant at BMF. I've worked as an extra on the show at Atlanta. just a couple different things.
Okay. What else you been working? You worked as an
Um,
extra.
yeah, so well, I did a show called Fatal Attraction. I did 2 episodes of that, and I was the main character for that
Did
show.
you? I'm
Yeah,
smiling because I like that
yeah.
show.
Everybody, it's so crazy. I didn't know the show was that big before I did it.
Yes.
And
yeah.
then I did the first show, and then they liked me, so they called me back, and then I did another one. And it was cool because for the second show, I was the first on the call sheet, so I felt like it was a great experience. Just like, for one, they keep you in a nice hotel, so I felt important. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then, just being first on the call sheet, it was a good experience because you realize that you're really at work, and even though it is a passion that you like to do, you have to remain professional at all times and be on P's and Q's as well.
Do you remember what episode so I can go look
Yeah,
for it?
it was season 13, episode 13. Check it out, everybody. I don't know which camera to look at. Check it out.
Okay.
But season 13, episode 13, and then the other one, I can't remember. I'll look it up though, and then I'll get it to you.
So wait a minute. Let's talk about that because I'm fascinated because because those stories is not like, I mean, it's acting, but it's not like regular acting.
Yeah.
So how does doing reenactments?
So you know what? The thing about it was they give you actual script. The way I look at it, I always wanted to do a biopic movie on somebody's life.
Okay.
So that's how I looked at it.
Okay.
But they give you a actual script and they cut most of it out. So they give you way more dialogue than we really actually see on the actual side.
Right, because there's a person that talks over it.
Yeah.
Okay, but you still have to say the words and stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
yeah. Still acting out the lines, still doing the actions, still got to have my cues, when to come in and when not to come in, everything like that. So it was a great experience, honestly. I loved it, truth be told. And it felt good, like seeing people from the home city see me on TV, and then, my family seeing me on TV too. So it felt real good, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go 1313. That's not
13,
that's not
easy.
That's not hard to remember. I mean, hard to forget is what I meant. Okay, that's what's up. Any Tyler Perry production?
Not yet. Not yet, Tyler. Shout out. Hopefully we're going to get there soon, though.
Okay.
I just got done shooting a movie. It's called Lovers and Friends. Everybody check it out when it comes out. You're going to love it. It's a romantic drama movie. I think y'all really love it. I play Cedric in it. And I'm really excited for it to come out, just see myself on an actual movie, too.
So what is it actually about?
It's a love drama, crime drama-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Love and crime together.
Yeah.
Great. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what platform will it be on?
So it's wasn't gonna be on Amazon and Tubi.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it independently directed or?
Yeah. Her name is Shan. She's great, man. Shout out to her, because she put me in a movie that we did before, and I love the fact that I showed up, she just wanted to keep giving me opportunity.
Okay.
And she's a best-selling author too, so
okay.
She's really good with her wordplay, and her scripts are amazing.
So you said that you wanted to play a biopic. You wanted.
Yeah.
So who?
Oh man. Okay, oddly, so I would want to play the person that I wanted to get into film because of in the first place, and that would be Eddie Murphy. Don't know how I do it, honestly, but that's who I want to do it. But him, and I feel like that's honestly the only person I really saw me as being a biopic for. I couldn't, honestly, I don't know if I really look at him, they would have to shape up my nose and stuff a little bit, but, that's what I would love to be as a biopic. Or just like a singing group. Can't really sing, but there's technology for that now. So,
what singing group though? Because we already have New Edition.
So I feel like Boys to Men would be a great one.
Who? I know who you could play in that one. Sean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sean.
Okay.
And I think that would be the only one honestly that I could think of, boy band wise.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I could see. So if you could, all right. Because I always ask all the actors this, right?
Yeah, of course.
So here's the biopic. You gonna play Sean, right? Mm-hmm. Who your cast?
Yeah.
Who are the other guys that you would love to work with?
That I would love to work with. That's in the industry right now. I'm not really good with everybody's names right now, though. That's the problem.
So it's Wanye.
Yeah, so no, I know everybody from
Oh, you
Boyz
talking
II
about
Men.
the actors?
I'm talking about the actors. Yeah, that's bad
Okay.
because I'm an actor.
Right.
So you
Okay.
calling my card right now, and I don't know if I'm good with that. But
I mean, they don't really like necessarily have to look like them or nothing like that.
no, it's
but,
not
like,
even about them looking.
if
like
you wanted to act besides someone, okay, so maybe
so anybody like just,
it could be
just
anybody.
anybody.
Yeah.
Next to, I mean, of course, Michael B. Jordan. He wouldn't play anybody on Boyz II Men. But if you're just asking me, are you asking me like that would actually play
I mean,
Boyz
so
II
we don't
Men,
have
or-
to do the Boyz II Men thing. Let's just say if you
If I were
okay,
doing
so if
that.
you could put a movie together about anything, it doesn't matter. But you had the opportunity to pick your ideal cast.
Yeah.
Like, who would that be? So you said Michael B. Jordan. So
Okay, so I would want to do a probably a romantic comedy.
okay.
And I would cast Michael B. Jordan in that because I would like to see his range, because I saw him in a movie. What was it called? It was with Miles Teller, and well, it was a romantic comedy pretty much, and he did a really good job. And we don't see him in a lot of those at all. So I would like to cast him for that. Kevin Hart, I could see him playing like my uncle or something like that. Rodney Perry, only because I worked with Rodney Perry a couple times.
Okay.
And he's just a great dude, and I feel like he would have great set presence and with me, and he would be a great coach on set for me and mentor. Morris Chestnut, only because I feel like I can learn a lot from him. And he's a great actor. I feel like he was very, very underrated. Like, I feel like I don't know how he didn't get as big as Denzel did, because he could have been an action star, and I mean, women loved him, so that was that. And who else would I love to work with? Of course, Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams for sure. And I'm not really talking about a biopic anymore. I'm just
I
naming
know.
people.
No, we've been past that.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm just like, I think I'm
No,
losing
we've
it.
been past the biopic.
Okay.
We just say anything.
Yeah.
And you said a romantic comedy, so
Yeah.
who would you want? Okay, so then you named all these men. There has to be some ladies in there.
Of course. Okay, so what I want my love interest to be would be Coco Jones, easily.
Okay.
Coco Jones. Also, I would love to see Megan Good. I would love to see Sanaa Lathan in there. I like a lot of older actors.
Okay.
Also, I would like to see. I would like to work with Lorenz Tate too. I feel like he's come a long way as an actor as well.
And who's your ideal? So who's writing the script for you?
Who's writing the script for
and
me?
who's directing it?
And who's directing it? So I would want. That's actually a really, really question. Okay, so I would like Antoine Fuqua to probably direct it, and then to write it. You know what? I would want one of the Wayans brothers to write it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Never heard that. Which one?
Keenan. Yeah, I'd want Keenan to write it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems about right.
Yeah, because he's written so many great or put so many great things together. And honestly, Shawn Wayans, he doesn't get enough credit too, because Shawn Wayans, he wrote Scary Movie, he wrote White Chicks, he wrote a lot of different stuff that he doesn't actually get credit for too. So
I didn't know that Sean wrote those.
Yeah, he
I
did.
didn't know that. Okay. Well, I learned something today. So what do you feel like is the the hardest part about being an actor?
The commitment when you don't get paid, for sure, sometimes. Not really. The hardest part, I think, and I think it's with anything that you really, really love, is sometimes that you hate it at the same time, because as much as you love it, sometimes you don't feel like it's giving you the same love back. So, I mean, it's a gift and a curse at the same time when it comes to being an actor, because there are some roles that you get that it's like, okay, I auditioned for it, I'm glad I got it, and then there are some roles it's like, dang, I really, really wanted that one, So, and it takes a lot of time to do your auditions and prep and, just get your mannerisms down. And me, I like to write notes when it comes to my lines. So, it takes a lot of homework when you actually do your auditions.
So I saw on TV not too long ago. I don't remember what I was watching, but anyway, it was an actor that he said that, and I want to say that it might have been the actor that played Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix when it came out that year.
Yeah.
And he said that after they filmed it, like, he had to take a break from the world because the mental health from being an actor.
And and Michael B. Jordan said the same thing when he played Killmonger. He literally locked himself in his house and just put himself in a mental space where he was really isolated, like how Killmonger was. And I feel like that's sometimes one of the worst parts about being an actor too, is because, I mean, it's the best thing because it's what you love to do, and, you know. But at the same time, you really have to be outside yourself, and you really have to be outside your own norm. And for a lot of people, that's just hard to do on a day in, day out basis. So just to do it for a job every 6 months or every 3 months, however long you're working, you know, sometimes it could be mentally draining. So I believe that he had to take a break for that. Because to play that guy and then have to watch it on TV, you know, and you probably don't, you know, like the version of yourself that you're seeing in that character because you had to put yourself in a certain mental space. So I definitely understand that.
So I've had other actors on, and I always ask them, is there like an acting boundary? And a few of them have expressed some characters that they would not play.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I wouldn't play a homosexual character. I mean, especially not in early my career, like because in reality, that's not my truth, and I feel like that wouldn't be fair to me as an artist, and I feel like it wouldn't even be fair to the audience as an artist. You know, because the world is very, very progressive to the point where if they wanted to cast somebody that had that orientation, they could do it anyway.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wouldn't want to take that opportunity from somebody that had that same passion as me. I would rather just be casted as somebody that I could actually put myself into.
So in your opinion, why do you think, because that was a good point you just made, that there is enough people that, you know, live that life that can do these things. Yeah. So why you feel like the movies try to get the straight guys to play those roles so much?
You know, on that aspect, I don't have a clue. The only thing that I can really say is, you know, they're going to test you. People are going to test you and see what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with, and see how bad you want certain things, and see if, you know, you have self-discernment, or just see if you know, are prideful within yourself to not do certain things. And, you know, sometimes some productions maybe don't care about that, you know. But it's up to you if you're going to play those roles or not, because, you know, if you put your right foot forward and let your left foot follow, you're going to get a role that you don't have to play something that you're not comfortable with playing. You just, it's all going to be on the right time.
Right. You know. So how was the BMF set? Like, it's been a few of y'all fun. That sat next to me that said that they
it was fun.
Played, and everybody said that.
It was fun. It was right when I got into film and working on production sets. This was right maybe 2023-ish. And I was still very new, so I was still learning the lingo, like when people come around with equipment and say points and stuff like that. And, you know, so I was really just a fly on the wall, but it was such a fun set, and everybody from the actors to, you know, people that worked in location, everybody was great. They were a great time.
How do you feel about the sudden shift it took?
Into what?
When 50...
When he pulled the trigger out. When he pulled the trigger on it.
When he just was like, forget it. Ain't no next season, nigga.
Yeah, I honestly speaking, so I was like, hey, look, I feel it. If it's to the point where, well, I think that was mostly because Stars wasn't paying him what he felt like he wanted to, was his worth, and all the other drama around it too. But I mean, shoot, you got to do what you got to do for you. I understand it because it's still a business. So, I mean, you don't want to make yourself a liability. So, I mean, if he had to pull it out, I wish I could have seen more for the show before it ended. Yeah,
I was gonna ask you that because did you see it all the way through?
In regards to the
from season 1 all the way to whenever it ended. Okay, so do you feel like because I don't know a lot about the Big Meat story. But was there more to go, or did you feel like it was more to tell?
I feel like there was definitely a lot more to tell. They didn't bring Jeezy into it. Everybody was hoping they would bring Jeezy into it at one point in time. And they didn't. I feel like they didn't really expand on how big BMF was. Like, so I'm from Michigan, so I mean, those are one of those big stories that are like just huge in the state. And I feel like with BMF, it wasn't that they just took over Detroit and Atlanta; like they were everywhere. You know what I mean? So I feel like they could expand on that. They were around celebrities all the time. I feel like there could have been a lot more that they could have did with it. But I mean, at the same time, you can't get everything.
That's true. And you can't play with 50 either.
And you can't play with Troll God. You can't. You will get you bad, man. It's crazy what he's doing, people.
But you know 50 has the
doc,
the Shreveport, his own studio.
Oh yeah, movie studio. Yeah. So I'm trying to get casted for that too. I think, and actually, Cat Williams has one as well now.
Does he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he does. I think it's in Alabama. From I think the last thing I saw. And then Anthony Mackie's trying to get one. So I love the fact that so many black men are trying to get movie studios right now, create our own, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tyler Perry. You paved the way, bro. Not just saying that because I want to work in your studio.
I'm surprised you haven't, because it just seems like, well, this is just to me.
I've worked on it, but it wasn't to the point where I got to work on it for a consistent amount of days. Like, it was to the point where I got casted to be an extra, and then I worked on it. Excuse me, and then I worked on it, and then that was about it for that project.
What were your extra on?
It was so crazy. I haven't even seen it. Like it was one of those things I literally just started, and I got lucky, and I was on there, and I didn't even know what the production was called because nobody said anything to me, so I didn't see myself. So I was just like, okay, whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So thus far, what's been your favorite thing
that I've worked on so far? I think the favorite thing that I've worked on so far was, I would say either the movie that I'm about to be in called Lovers and Friends or Fatal Attraction, and both of those because, for one, with Fatal Attraction, I got so much experience, and then for Lovers and Friends, I just got to work with a great cast, and it was to the point where I got to learn a lot too. So it's great, like while you're taking acting classes, and then while you're working on a movie set, then everything ties in, and you can show more layers of yourself while you're acting.
So as your career progresses, right? Because you're multi-talented in different aspects of that, you behind the scenes and in front at times. So to your legacy, you want that to leave. You want that to be known as what?
I would love for it to be as an actor. Okay. I started writing scripts when I was really, really young too, like 50-page scripts and stuff like that. And just because I like the form of dialogue and I like writing. So in reality, whatever God decides to put me into, that's why I just love to be on set, because in reality, doors are gonna open for itself. As long as you're walking in your light. So that's what I try to do. Just make sure that's what I'm doing. And honestly, every single time, it always been working out for me these past couple of years. So.
And I suppose you have a great support system, right?
Yeah, I do. Shout out to my mom and pops, my sisters, my cousins that keep me grounded, keep me sane, honestly. Because it's hard out here. But yeah, good support system, great community.
Okay. Well, besides acting, so anything else that you want to do that you haven't done?
That I want to do right now. Yeah, one thing that I want to do, I want to get back into medical courier. I had a contract with two Piedmonts like a while back, or two health carriers a while back. And it was great. It was great side money, and it was just a great hustle to have, because I like driving and I like being in traffic. That's one of the reasons why I'm a mobile notary. Yeah, I do. Well, you know what? Okay,
in this place?
Yeah, I was about to say love, hate, because I didn't have road rage until I moved here. So kind of love, hate with it. But at the same time, I just like being in traffic a little bit, just kind of being on the road, because I've worked in offices and, I kind of feel confined. So, just to be able to. So
you would still do that? So let's just say you got the script and it was the big one. And just from that, you still want to do that?
Oh, like on the side, like while I get a good script. Oh no,
Okay.
nah.
I was gonna say
I ain't
that's
gonna
mighty
think about
humble.
that.
Yeah.
No, Well, I mean, like, okay, so
But if all else
if
fails,
all else, yeah, I was gonna
that's
say,
what you want
if
to
all
do.
else
Okay.
fails, that's what I would do. Like, until I get my career going for what I really want to do, because I really want to. So I'm acting right now, but if this doesn't work out for me, and I have a 2-year, 3-year plan, then I'm going back to school to get my degree.
So where does it stop? Because you said you working towards something, and if that's what God intends for you, it's going to open up and it's going to do something.
Yeah.
But where do you say, okay, I'm not?
I feel like I don't even know if that's a question anybody would be able to answer. Like,
Okay.
Especially when you're confident in yourself, because
Okay.
I don't even see that happening.
Oh,
So
that's what's up. See,
yeah.
that's the answer.
Okay.
That's the answer I was
Okay.
looking for. I wanted to say it was kind of a trick question,
Okay.
a little bit,
Well, I
sort of,
appreciate it.
kind
I'm glad I passed, y'all.
sort of,
She got
kind
me.
of.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so before we wrap up, I just
Yeah.
again wanted to thank you for wanting to come sit with me.
Oh, yes,
for this
no
to be
problem.
your first podcast.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Because you just don't. You gotta know me to know why that this means so much.
Yeah.
But I do thank you.
No, I appreciate you for having me. For
No
sure.
problem. I thank you for taking an interest. And before we go, I wanted to know if there was someone who wants to do what you're doing or whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
What's your advice for them?
Always, whatever you guys decide to do, just make sure you move with pure intentions. Because for one, that'll save your face card and it'll open up a lot of doors for you. And in regards to whatever you decide to do, make sure you do your research too. Whether if it's trying to find an agent, whether if it's trying to find a studio to work for, whatever you decide to do, just make sure you do your research and don't just work with someone because they say that they're capable of doing things. Let them show you first before you just hop on that and then feel like they're going to take you places. And love yourself. I mean, just whatever you decide to do, love what you're doing so it doesn't feel like work as much, and love yourself. That's about it.
That was nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can be a little sentimental and stuff,
So if they wanted to follow you on any of your social media platforms, how would they do that?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. You can follow me at standup_guy. I'm also on TikTok. You can type me up at Where's the Tequila. Yeah, I know. I need to change it because I'm in my 30s now. And I don't even drink tequila like that. But yeah, you can find me on there too.
Okay. That's what's up.
All right.
I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
I appreciate you too. I
No
appreciate
problem.
you.
All right. So that's it for me in this episode of the What a Man podcast. Again, I'm Tyna Shell, Mr. Greg Burt. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see y'all next week. Bye. What's up, y'all? If you enjoyed tonight's episode, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like, and share. And if you want to follow us on social media, it's What a Man Podcast on TikTok and Instagram.